So one something I've noticed a lot, both as a player and as a coach, is oftentimes a coach will claim that they are there to develop players. They are there to help players grow to become better. Um, but their actions and the way they run things is more towards the winning side. Like we're just trying to win the game. To give you an example, a coach that's trying to develop players, whether you're trying to develop how the team plays to play a certain style, whether you're trying to develop a player's technique, whatever it is. So there are different ways you can develop. You can develop the individual, you can develop the team, right? Usually when I think development, I'll say it's a little bit of both. But since it's the team, you're probably focused more on the team, right? Um, let's say the whole practice or the entirety of preseason, right? You've been working on playing a certain way, doing a certain type of thing, this and that and that, and you get in your first game and it's not successful. I notice a lot of coaches try to change things up right there and then. Uh, you know, change it up so they don't lose the game, or sub players, and they start making all these extreme changes, and the the message that tends to send, or at least as I feel, the message that sends to the players and to the parents is not, oh hey, all I care about is development. It's more or less like winning matters to me more than I made it out to be,
Mm.
right? And to give an example on the flip side of that, I had a youth coach, probably one of the best youth coaches that that I ever had. And his whole message was, we're here to learn, we're here to get better. And we went a whole season losing just about every single game we played. But with each passing game, he always reminded us, this is the goal, this is what we're trying to reach, right? And there were players that were not on board with it. There were parents that were also not on board with it. And he took a
Naturally.
strong stance, like, look, this is what we're gonna do. And in the beginning, it was hard to see where things were going. It was hard to be able to tell, right? But over time, the team got better. The way we played was better. The players' mentality was better. He wasn't just developing. He wasn't just developing like your ball skills and the way the team plays. It was also developing the players' mentality and character, which I think
Mm.
is a very ignored thing in youth development. A lot of the time, you have a player that's really good, or you have a team that's really good, but they have the crappiest characters on the field. They
Oh yeah.
they scream at the ref, scream at the other team, scream at their teammates, throw their hands in the air, doing all this stuff. These were all things that he really instilled in us. He didn't let us get away with these things. I remember very specifically. I used to be the player that when I make a mistake, I was like, oh, you just kind of stand there, and he got on me so much, just like um it's like immediate recovery, right? What do you do right after? What you do right after is more important than the mistake you just made, or the bad pass somebody just made. Not standing there looking up in the sky. And I remember a couple of games where he sat me out just because of that. He
Mm.
took me off the field just because of that. And those things really stuck with me. It really stuck with me. Obviously, as a young player at the time, I was frustrated that I was getting subbed out for it. But uh, as I got older, kind of thinking back to it, I'm like, wow, these are some of the qualities that actually make me stand out as a player when I go to a tryout, when I'm playing somewhere. A person looks at me, it's like, I like that, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, like, if a coach claims to be there to develop, uh you should focus on that development. That
Development.
means you
Absolutely.
gotta stick it through the hard times, all the way till if it ever gets better, or you lose your job because you didn't win a single game. You've really got to have that conviction to just this is what I'm here for. I'm here to improve the players in so and so way. What tends to happen is maybe this as I'm saying, I'm actually thinking about it. What tends to happen is I just said it's important. I think winning is still important. You still want to win, right? But if you are able to get the players on board with the idea that winning the games now is not important, instead getting better and working towards this goal is what we should be doing instead. If you're able to get the players on board, I feel like that's a much better it's much better for their development as people, not just as players. It's much better for the development as people, not because you are saving the reward for later, right? It's not this immediate. We had practice, we worked on this, and it's gonna be we're gonna do it exactly in the game the next day, because that's not how it happens.
Not at all.
if anybody is playing at a high level, sometimes you guys could have like an inter squad scrimmage, and your team will do great. Your team will do great. You play excellent. You get to the game. There's a game plan, and then the other team scores in the first minute, and they score. They score again, and they score again, and it's like, okay, at that point, how do you respond? Right, building those characteristics in players to respond to those kind of situations, instead of this thing where it's like, oh, this is the plan. If the plan doesn't go well. If the plan goes well, yes, we won. If the plan doesn't, then what? So that's how I feel about that whole thing. So I'll probably say, after saying all of that, I think it's possible to do both, right? But for a youth team, the primary focus, the big thing, should be on development, not on winning.
Thank you for checking out the ToroFoot Podcast today. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like and the subscribe button, and check out some of the other videos we have available as well. Thank you very much.